Today's video is about why I never say pain is all in your head. Sometimes people have gone to doctors and they can't find anything physically wrong, and so they say the pain is all in their head. But to me, that's just the same paradigm of saying that the mind and body are separate. So either something's all in your body or all in your head, but I just don't even believe that the body and mind are separate. That was a notion that Descartes came up with a few hundred years ago. And we've stuck to that medical model of like there's structural things and then there's mental things, but really we know how much the mind affects the body. Through the nervous system, the mind regulates all of the body systems from the heart rate and blood pressure and breathing rate and muscle tension to blood flow and digestion, reproduction, and hormones, water sodium balance. All of these things, even fat storage, is controlled by the nervous system. So, of course, the mind and body are inseparable. So, nothing is really all in your head or all in your body. And if you had something like IBS, which I had, which has very physical symptoms, don't want to get into them really. I don't know why I chose that one, but you have digestional issues and things are not feeling good down there and there's a lot of pain. Saying that that's all in your head just doesn't really make sense. I mean, yes, there's a stress-oriented origin, but it doesn't mean that just because we find out that food isn't causing it, that it's your stress level, that it's all in your head, because obviously the symptoms are in your body. It's like blushing. You can have a thought, a subconscious thought that creates a physical change in your body. We know that all pain is created in the brain. So even if you have a cut on your finger, your brain is determining how much of that pain signal it's going to send depending on a few things. We know if you were being chased by a tiger and you broke your leg, you wouldn't feel your pain from the broken leg until you were at a place where you could stop and rest. And then there would be pain as a signal to tell you not to run anymore. But when the survival threat is there, it's possible that the brain will have tissue damage and not produce pain. There are also many, many examples of times that people have not had tissue damage or injury and have had a lot of pain. Pain and emotion actually share the same area of the brain and the same neural pathways. So we know that in survival states of fear, the body changes and neural pathways can get activated of pain that are very real pain that's felt in the body, but it's produced by the brain because all pain is produced by the brain. So whether there's tissue damage or not, pain is produced in the brain, and there are definitely times that a tissue has healed and the brain continues to produce pain. We also know now that they've been doing MRIs on people who have no pain, that it is actually common for people to have herniated discs and arthritis and torn rotator cuffs and torn meniscus and all of these normal abnormalities in our bodies that don't actually produce pain. We just didn't know that because we were not doing MRIs on people who didn't have pain. So pain is not reflective of tissue damage, and even a lot of structural anomalies that we've thought cause pain are found in healthy, pain-free people. I even found one study where they studied young, healthy athletes. So they were people with no pain and they were young, and 89% of them had a hip labral tear. So when we're not looking for something structural to blame the pain on, we just don't realize that a lot of people have these structural things and don't have pain from them. As we know more about the current neuroscience and change our views on pain, it helps us react to pain differently. When you can react neutrally to pain and to sensations, then the brain will produce them less and less. And that is the rewiring process with pain reprocessing therapy. There are certain techniques, somatic strategies, but basically, when we're not responding to these sensations with fear, the brain produces them less and they become no longer chronic.